Hi, today I'm going to do a taco filling. I have 2 pounds of ground beef, and usually to the ground beef I add a mixture of bell pepper and onion. And I had prepared this ahead of time. It has mushrooms, so I'll just throw that in. And I've tried a bunch of different taco seasonings and tried making my own. And I've come to the conclusion sometimes it's just easier to buy the package. Uh, Also, I have some green salsa or red salsa, but I just happen to have green, so I would add that to the mix to make sure I have the flavor I like, and then some beef bouillon. This is powdered, so I could sprinkle a little more in to increase the beefiness and flavor of the taco seasoning. So the first thing I'll do is just turn on the heat and start breaking down the ground beef and cooking it down. And also at the same time, I like to add the onion and bell pepper mixture, and I think that helps to break down the ground beef too. So I'm just going to eyeball it. So that's roughly a cup, probably a cup and a half right there. And as this cooks down, I'll probably add a little garlic, probably 1 or 2 cloves, and eventually I'll start adding the taco seasoning and the salsa. And as this cooks some more, I'll just taste and see how it goes. So right now, step 1, onions, bell pepper, ground beef, heat, start breaking it down. Heat is on medium high, so I'm just gonna just smash away. Sometimes people will add oil to help start the cooking process, but this is a 80-20 ground beef, so it's going to start putting out oil itself, putting out fat. As the pan gets warm, the ground beef will soften, and then that's a good time to start crumbling the ground beef. Right, the ground beef has been cooking away for about 5-7 minutes. I kind of every minute or so I just come back and start crumbling the ground beef some more. It's still a little pink, but as it cooks, it becomes easier to crumble down. And at this point, I'm just going to add some garlic, add to the flavor of this mix. The objective is not to, well, my objective, and there are probably many recipes out there, is not to really brown the ground beef, because what we're going to do is add a lot of flavors to it, and the objective in my mind is to just slowly cook the ground beef where the little ground beef crumbles are tender. If you fry it too much, they become little hard, crispy pebbles. Right now it's on medium high. I'm going to just turn it down to a medium to continue cooking. So the next step is I'll add the taco seasoning and add the salsa, and I might give it a quick taste to see how much salt or broth I need to add. This packet of taco seasoning is per the instructions, it's 1 pound of taco ground beef per package, but I found that 2 pounds of ground beef to 1 pound is to 1 package is actually pretty good. And besides, I'm adding other ingredients such as the salsa. Again, you could use red salsa or green salsa, or sometimes if you have canned chilies, you could use canned chilies like the Anaheim chilies. So for the salsa, I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm thinking about a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup. And I'll let this cook down just a few more minutes, and then I'll add and taste and add beef broth as necessary. All right, things have been cooking for about 2 minutes. I'm gonna give this a quick taste to see if I need to add how much bullion to add. The flavor is actually pretty good. I think it could use a little more salt, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. I'm thinking 1/2 teaspoon of bouillon is probably good. That's about a 1/2 teaspoon. And I'll just add a little water. I think just so the ingredients or the instructions on the mix says 3/4 cup, but there's actually water in here from the veggies. So now I'm going to cover and turn to sort of a low, medium low, so it simmers slowly. And one thing about ground beef, it's usually less tender cuts of meat, so when you simmer it slowly, the taco filling will become more tender. All right, the ground beef has been simmering for about 5 minutes. What I'm going to do now is just smash it some more. It should be all done, so it's ready to go into tacos or use it as a nacho topping or enchilada top filling. You could use it for omelets. So it's fairly simple. About 15 minutes to make this dish. Let me give it a final taste and see how it goes. Get my spoon. It's nicely seasoned, not too salty. You could taste the onions, a little bit of the garlic, the seasoning mix, and then the salsa. So this is ready to go.